Good morning. This is Hope Reactor. Now, let's begin today's news.
The dreaming brain's energy paradox. While you sleep, something strange may happen inside your brain. More blood arrives, more metabolic fuel becomes available, but the energy used by neurons actually goes down. That sounds impossible. If more fuel is delivered, shouldn't the brain have more energy? And yet, during REM sleep, the stage most strongly associated with vivid dreaming, researchers observed the opposite. The brain received more, but its usable energy reserve fell. This is the energy paradox of the dreaming brain. Welcome to Hope Reactor, where unknown science becomes a reason to look forward. Most of us think of sleep as a shutdown. The lights go out, the body becomes still, the brain finally gets a break. But sleep is not one single state. There is non-REM sleep, when brain activity generally becomes slower and more synchronized. And there is REM sleep, a very different phase. During REM sleep, the body remains largely still, but the brain becomes remarkably active. This phase is often linked to vivid dreams, emotional processing, and memory. From the outside, you look completely at rest. Inside the brain, however, a night shift may be underway. To understand why this matters, we need to look at three things: blood flow, pyruvate, and ATP. Blood carries oxygen and glucose into the brain. Pyruvate is produced as glucose is broken down and can be used to generate cellular energy. ATP is the form of energy that cells can actually spend. Think of blood flow as delivery trucks. Pyruvate is the fuel arriving at the warehouse. ATP is the electricity running the machines. Normally, if more trucks arrive and more fuel is delivered, you would expect the machines to have more power. But that is not what happened during REM sleep. Researchers monitored the brains of living mice using wide-field imaging. They tracked cerebral blood volume, pyruvate in astrocytes, and ATP inside neurons. Astrocytes are support cells that help manage nutrients, communicate with blood vessels, and support neurons. They are part of the brain's energy network. During non-REM sleep, the relationship looked familiar. Changes in brain activity were followed several seconds later by changes in blood volume. The neurons became active and the blood vessels responded. It was like placing an order, then seeing the delivery truck arrive. But as REM sleep approached, the pattern changed. Blood volume began rising even before REM sleep fully started. During REM sleep, cerebral blood volume increased strongly. Pyruvate inside astrocytes also increased. Everything suggested that the brain was preparing more energy, more blood, more metabolic material, more support from surrounding cells. But then came the surprise. ATP inside neurons decreased. The brain was receiving more resources, while the energy available inside its neurons was falling. Imagine a restaurant receiving more ingredients than ever. Truck after truck arrives, but the chefs are cooking so fast that the usable supplies still fall. The problem may not be that fuel failed to arrive. The brain may simply have been spending energy faster than it could replace it. One possibility is that REM sleep involves intense neural work. The brain may be reorganizing memories, adjusting emotional experiences, or reshaping connections between neurons. All of these processes require energy. Another possibility is that energy transfer between astrocytes and neurons changes during REM sleep. Fuel may be present, but it may not be converted into neuronal ATP at the usual speed. A warehouse can be full while the factory next door still runs short. There is also a third possibility. The brain may switch to a different energy production strategy during REM sleep. Rather than storing ATP in the usual way, it may prioritize rapid information, processing, and changes inside neural networks. Researchers do not yet have one final answer. That uncertainty matters. A drop in ATP does not automatically mean the brain is damaged or starved. It may be part of a normal controlled process. The brain could be allowing ATP levels to fall because something else is more urgent. Perhaps memory circuits are being updated. Perhaps emotional experiences are being sorted. Perhaps unnecessary information is weakened, while important information is strengthened. In that case, falling ATP would not be a failure. It would be evidence of a strategic trade-off. The brain may be spending energy now to build a better version of itself for tomorrow. This also changes how we think about dreams. Dreams may feel random, emotional, or impossible. But behind those images, the brain may be performing serious biological work. A dream could be the visible surface of a deeper process involving blood flow, support cells, neurons, and energy use. We should also be careful. This research was conducted in mice. We do not yet know whether the same pattern occurs in the human brain. In exactly the same way, we also cannot say that falling ATP directly creates dreams. And we do not yet know whether this paradox is linked to sleep quality, memory disorders, or neurological disease. But the discovery gives researchers a powerful new question. Why does the sleeping brain increase its supply while reducing its immediate energy reserve? Answering that question could deepen our understanding of sleep, memory, and brain health. It may also help explain why poor sleep affects concentration, mood, and learning so strongly. The sleeping brain is not simply inactive. It is running a different operating system. During the day, the brain reacts to the outside world. At night, it may turn inward, reviewing what happened, rewriting connections, and preparing for what comes next. REM sleep may be one of the moments when that internal work becomes most intense. So the next time you wake from a vivid dream, remember this. Your body may have been still. Your room may have been silent. But inside your brain, blood flow was changing, fuel was moving, and neurons may have been spending energy on a hidden reconstruction project. Dreaming may not be the opposite of work. It may be some of the brain's most mysterious work. And this energy paradox may be one more clue to how the brain transforms yesterday's experiences into tomorrow's mind. What do you think your brain is doing while you dream? Is it replaying the past, preparing for the future, or creating something entirely new? Share your thoughts in the comments. At Hope Reactor, we explore science and technology that turn the unknown into possibility. Because sometimes the strangest contradiction is where the next breakthrough begins.